what happened to Arsenal? I thought Arsenal were in for him.
The thing with Arsenal is this interest came really early in the window. We knew they were keeping an eye on Eberechi Eze's situation. They knew about the release clause, full stop. However, this interest and this keeping an eye on what was happening with Eze was at the same time as there were doubts over the future of Ethan Nwaneri. Now, he'd entered the final year of his contract. There was doubts about whether he was going to sign a new deal. That took quite a while. So while they're trying to negotiate with Nwaneri, they have got other areas of the pitch that they wanted to strengthen. And we saw them strengthen, bringing in 6 players for a combined close to £200 million. Then Nwaneri signs the new contract. They've brought in Madueke, they've brought in Victor Gyökeres, so they've reinforced that forward line. And I guess the keeping an eye on the Eze situation might have just gone right to the background. So where we stand now with regard to Arsenal is, I think the focus now is on player sales, because they're keeping an eye on PSR, but they also got to comply with 2 sets of rules. One for the Premier League, which I think they're fine with, but also keeping an eye on the squad cost ratio with regard to UEFA, because they're in the Champions League. So it's not as simple as, right, let's just go and get someone like Eze or Rodrigo. They need to make sales as well.
OK, so leaving. So is anyone close to the exit door?
I mean, there's a number that they would listen to offers for. Jakub Kiwior is the latest one that I've been told. He wasn't in the squad at all for Arsenal in that victory over Manchester United at Old Trafford yesterday. Porto, one of a number of European clubs who have shown an interest in Kiwior. They will listen to suitable offers. He's still got 3 years left on his contract. At the moment, I think initial soundings have suggested a gap in valuation between what Porto would be prepared to pay and what Arsenal would want. The other players are open to offers for Alexander Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, Albert Sambi Lokonga. We know that Fenerbahce have shown an interest in Zinchenko. Fulham's interest in the Arsenal forward Reiss Nelson, that remains as well. He wants to make the move by all accounts, and I think all options are on the table, including a loan with an obligation. The winger spent last season on loan at Fulham, but he had that injury that cut short his season almost in half. He didn't play after December. And it should be noted that Nelson, Kiwior, Zinchenko, Vieira, Lokonga, all missing from the Arsenal squad yesterday. So I think they've been given the message, yes, you can go. Arsenal are now just waiting for the offers that would be right for both them and the club.
So if some or all of them go, will Arsenal go back into the market?
I mean, they've done big business in this transfer window already. We do know that the focus is going to be on allowing players to leave, providing the deals are right. I think they just want to be in a position that if something incredible comes up, they want to be in a position where actually we might be able to do this. So you can never say never. At the moment, though, the information I'm getting focused totally on sales.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, more from Manchester United, news from Chelsea.
Arsenal are set to submit a bid for Crystal Palace star Eberechi as they continue to advance their efforts to bolster their attacking options. However, they face stiff competition for the winger's signature, with several clubs reportedly monitoring his situation. Although Mikel Arteta's side have already identified key areas for reinforcement, ease remains one of their primary targets due to his versatility, creativity, and proven Premier League experience. While the Gunners are pushing ahead in negotiations,
and the way
their
that the
pursuit could be
buying club
complicated
has
by
to
rival
do this.
interests,
So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on. We know that Mikel Arteta is keen on the player.
Yet
Like
Arsenal
Eze,
remain
he's just had a
determined to secure a
fantastic
deal that would significantly enhance their forward line.